What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's good with y'all? What's good with everybody? Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's good to see y'all here on this Saturday night, y'all. You know, it's Halloween celebration tonight. You already know. You know what I mean? Because Halloween, I think, falls on the Tuesday. So let's get into it. Let's get into this episode. Let's just talk about what's going on, child. You know, it's a whole lot going on in this situation, but damn, I didn't know Kiki was on them pills. Like, for real. Like, Kiki's out here, you know. So I believe when it comes down to the situation, the Scots actually telling Mel about Kiki, I think that, you know, that was responsible. You know what I mean? Because I would want to know if someone's coming to my house to sleep over and stay. Not saying she's a thief and not saying this, but she was stealing from family members and she was stealing from people and taking their pills. And she said that she didn't know. You know what I mean? They didn't know that she was doing it, but she admitted, and she was in rehab, you know, months before Mel invited her to the house or whatever the case may be. I believe that, you know, the Scots did Mel a solid letting her know, because what if they had some medication up in the house? You know what I'm saying? Or what if, you know, she said she wasn't on the drugs, but, you know, sometimes it takes years for people to actually believe that you are not on drugs. And you know what I mean? And if you're not sure, you're not giving her a drug test, so you don't know if she's under the influence or not. Now you're bringing her to, you know, Mel's house and things of that nature. It's just like, hold up, wait a minute, before something gets stolen, for something happens. Okay, let me just tell you, I guess, you know, maybe they shouldn't have told her, but I'm just gonna say, I would want to know. Like, if you come to stay at my house, you come to sleep over my house, let me know if I got somebody coming in that, you know, could possibly, you know, get triggered, relapse at my place because something happened. Let me know so I can hide everything, because, you know, if something happens to them, like, you know, as far as tripping out or anything like that, you know, where maybe side effects from the drug abuse, or, you know, what if they slip while they're at your house and then they go into cardiac arrest or something happens, you know what I mean? And plus you taking pills, and pills are mixed with, you know, that fentanyl and stuff like that. You know, that's been going on for a minute. So, you know, tell me, baby, tell me. I think they did her solid telling the world, and the word was out that she had bed bugs and things of that nature. Like, child, come on, you better tell me what's up, Tamika, what's up, Miss T, how you doing? You changed your profile picture, it's pretty. Thank you, girl. What's going on? I hope you enjoyed your birthday and had a good time, child. I hope you did, you know, for real. So in any event, you know, so Kiki, the big secret is Kiki was on drugs. Kiki was taking these pills. Kiki was stealing pills. Kiki put herself into, you know, rehab shit. In this picture, she looked like she's still on it, but it is what it is. You know, we gonna take her word for it. She say she clean. She been clean. She been to rehab or whatever, but them pills are, you know, kind of hard to get rid of, child. You know, and a lot of people do get addicted because they get surgery or they get into car accidents or they have some type of pain, toothache, and things of that nature. You know, when the pill epidemic was, you know, on the rise, a lot of, you know, Black people wasn't affected by it because the doctors wouldn't, you know, prescribe no, you know, good medication to none of the Black people, because they swore when we came up in there, we was already on drugs. Okay. And it was like, oh, you look like you tough. You can deal with the pain, all type of racism that we got to deal with when we go to the doctor's office, especially if we got doctors that are not specialized in African American care, Black people care, whatever the case may be. But in any event, so, you know, when that whole soccer mom whole thing, you know, the epidemic of pills everywhere, and they was having them pain, you know, pop-up shops all over the place, we was kind of safe. And then, you know, everybody just started getting pills because it started to be, you know, idolized out here in these streets and music and different things of that nature. But in any event, so Kiki was on the pills. Okay, so, you know, it's whatever with that situation. I think they did Mel a solid, you know, by telling her, you know, you could say confidentiality, or why would you do that? Shit, if you stand at my house, you come to my house, I want to know if you want this or that. Okay, so I can look out for it. Maybe I need to order a Narcan just in case. You never know. You know, people be on shit. You can't take people word for mouth. Oh, I'm clean. I don't know if you really clean, and you already been stealing. So why wouldn't you steal from me? You know what I mean? Then you can blame a bunch of people. But it seems like Kiki's not on that type of time or whatever the case may be. But I think they did her solid, and so. Oh, thank you so much, Alice. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For real, for real. Bless your heart, baby. A sister needs some love over here. Sister needs some love. So, in any event, like this episode was neither here or there. So, we got Kimmi. I like Kimmi. Kimmi holds, people accountable, and she's not like, oh, you better do this with her hand, pointing. She got to talk to her husband like he's a baby, like he's a kid, and things of that nature. But she's the only one that is actually on the opposite side of the fence, that's basically saying that Wanda is a problem, Wanda's a situation, Wanda's the issue. And we already know Kimmi said that if she wasn't related to Tisha, they probably wouldn't be friends, because she wouldn't be putting this time and effort in her. You know what I mean? And plus, we already know her husband, what's his name, Maurice, he be forcing her to, mend wounds and fences and be all up in, Tisha's face, when, she be asking him to be up in Martell's face, and not Martell, but Marcel's face, to tell him to stop posting this and that. And he turn around and say, well, you need to be closer to Tisha. Like, come on, so basically she got a man child at home. Okay. But in any event, she's the only one on the other side of the fence, is basically saying that the Scotts, the brothers, when it comes to her husband, Maurice, and Marsau, and Tisha as well, they bringing these people on the show, and they're causing so much commotion. Like, they're making the show go to a different place. You are responsible for your brother. At least you got to try. At least you got to do something. Don't just act oblivious. And, it's like Maurice, like, I didn't know, like, in the beginning when the show started, Maurice didn't seem like a sucker, but he's definitely a sucker. And it seems like Kimmi got to put a bottle and a pacifier in his mouth to get him to sleep. And on top of that, like, he don't even know how to dress no more. Like, where's his style? Like, why is he just letting himself go? Like, this man just let himself go, and if Kimmi was letting herself go, I know he would have something to say. But in any event, at least Kimmi is doing that. Ain't nobody else on the cast doing it. You don't got Destiny doing that. Kimmi is making it be known that y'all need to, handle your peoples. But in any event, they can't really handle them like that. And who's to say that they even want to handle them? I think when it comes to Maurice and Marcel, they're basically putting on the show, but they're also letting Mel know that, hey, listen, we got bullets over here and we can fire any day. Marc is right here, Wanda's right here, and it's like, oh yeah, if you come at us anyway, we're gonna have these people coming. So it's almost like they're showing a threat to Mel, letting her know that you are outnumbered and we will embarrass you, and then on top of that, bringing Marc on the show. Marc is on the show because, probably Carlos King reached out to him or whatever the case may be, and they want to make a lie out of Van. That's the whole situation. When it comes to Mel's mother, I don't even know why she would mess with one of the Scotts. I don't care how many years ago it was. It's just like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, so now Melody, she has to feel like she got to swing, and then she trying to be quiet, and then she trying to let the floodgates flow, but they still talking about her mama. So now she got the kids out the way, basically confronting them about talking about her kids when it comes to Wanda. Now we got goddamn Marc, he's on the show, and now he wants to spill the beans, and he wants to say this about Van. Right now in this episode, he didn't go all the way in, but it's just acknowledging it and saying it, because from their community, Van's a church lady. I know she's up in church looking embarrassed. She's probably in church doing a Holy Ghost dance. I didn't do it. No weapon. She's probably doing all that, girl. You slept with that man. I don't give a damn. I don't think he's lying. I think that Marc actually slept with Van. I think Marc had a relationship with Van. I just believe that his feelings is hurt because Van is trying to distance herself and not acknowledge him. And he got to feel some type of way having grandma diss him. Okay, grandma out here talk about, I don't claim that dude. I don't know who that dude is. I never went to his house, but he's saying otherwise. So you got that whole situation, and Kimmi knows, like, it's just low down. Like, when you do that to somebody's mother, and she's feeling like, damn, damn, this shit is real froggy. Like, this is real messed up. And she's trying to do it very subtle, much as she can, so she doesn't cause any problems in her marriage. But in any event, she's looking out, for Mel and her family. Just basically, she realizing that they are being, tortured. This is some torturous shit. This divorce with this dude and all the fucking shit he did. And then, now you got Marc coming at your mama. And it's like, damn, there's nothing you could do about that situation and happen. And then there's rumors out about, Mel's mother having another child and putting that child up for adoption. That shit hit the blogs. And, and then on top of that, she got to deal with this lady getting online talking about he ain't the baby daddy, when probably everybody in Huntsville watch all this stuff. And the kids are definitely affected by it. And basically saying that ain't your daddy. You know how that hurts a kid. Like, they already got to deal with their parents being, separated. Now, oh, mama was cheating too, and she might have had a baby by another dude. This is horrendous for anybody to go through, but she is, standing tall, child. She's standing through it all, y'all. Church girl, don't hurt nobody. And my Beyonce voice. Yes. What's up, Lady C? Kiki will sell all her family for a check, girl. She got to go get that medication. Let me stop. Miss T. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Alice. So you got a whole lot going on in this whole situation. Like, So Kimmi is doing the right thing. And I just think Kimmi got her all together. Like, if anything, Kimmi can dress. She got her hair right, her clothes right. She always stay on point. She know how to talk. She knows how to communicate. She talks in a way where when you are defensive, she defends you. Like, she makes it easy where you can talk and express yourself. That is neither here or there. She's not judging you. She's not trying to hold you accountable, but she's basically talking to you and getting your response back, and then give her response back. And it's just like the way that she should definitely be in conflict resolution, solving these type of problems, because she's really good at it, in my opinion. And then you got Maurice. Look at Maurice sitting there like, I done made it. Yeah, you done made it. Yeah, you done made it. You got the best thing in Huntsville walking right now, child. So in any event, they're talking about their title company, the only title company that's in Huntsville that's actually Black owned, that can help other Black people actually own property and start buying businesses. Because one thing we don't have businesses. We don't have control of a lot of land and property. Everybody else is. Everybody comes in, they put their money together, boom, 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 boom. There are things in place to keep us from doing that too as well. And there has been plenty of times in history that we can go back to where our land was taken from us, okay, and still been taken from us. And they still got court cases going on right now where family members of our ancestors own property and they're trying to get it back. You know what I mean? So we are constantly in this fight all day, okay, whether we know it or not. So in any event, you have this whole situation. So they talking and having a conversation. And basically, when it comes to Kimmi, she wants, like, you bring these people in these circles, they are responsible for it. They need to be responsible. And you too as well. Have you talked to your brother? Had you tried to sit down and have a conversation with him? She's basically saying, like, doing nothing as a part of the problem, and he don't really want to get involved. He don't really want to do anything, really. He just want to sit back and let it happen. But she's like, yo, you got to do something. Like, you just can't say you got to try what you're not going to try. You're not even going to put forth an effort. And on top of that, you know what this makes you look like? That you have Wanda acting a fool and coming after kids. Then you got your oldest brother out here, bringing down this woman and basically shaming her and saying awful things about her. And you sit there and you say silent. That means that you are complicit. She didn't say that he was complicit and none of that. But that's what she's trying to say, that you're complicit, like you agree to it. Like, where's your backbone? Where's your spine? Like, even if you think that your family is wrong, what they're doing is taking it to a higher notch. If you think Mel's bad, Martell's bad, Van is bad, or whatever the case may be, but the fire that y'all brother and y'all and the step and the mother-in-law putting in is just too much. Like, come on, get your big boy panties on, get your ass up. I got into real estate. I'm doing this. We got the title company. I'm holding it down. Like, do something, because this is not good for our reputation. It can stop people from coming into our business. She didn't say all that. But if you ask Destiny would tell you. Destiny's talking about the show is not helping her that much. And, she talking about black people don't be supporting her business and things of that nature. And, she don't get that help. And, she's about to go, she's broke, she can be homeless at any time. She's a struggling single mother, and people hold this show against her and they decide not to support her. And, all types of stuff. Girl, only thing I'm going to tell you what you need to do is take the mean mug off. You're going to have to bring down that pride a whole lot, child. You're going to have to bring it down. And you're going to have to be accountable for the shit that you done did, the shit that you done said, and the way that you done acted and performed online when you're on Instagram Live, because the people that are watching you are customers, okay? Especially if you are treating people like they're supposed to and being rightful instead of being so defensive. You could be selling your products online, and basically explaining yourself in a hateful way. You don't got to be hateful, but you just seem so mad and angry, and people don't like that energy, child. They don't like it. And people don't like flip-flops. 1 minute you on Mel's side, 1 minute you on Martell's side, and now you on the Scott side. And then you saying that, Melly didn't bring you to the show. It was Martell that did it for me. That's who I need to thank. All that. Like, you're doing too much. You're not humble. And the sad thing is, you're going to get humble without anything coming in, because you don't want to, change who you are for your business and change who you are as a person. And, the attitude, the madness, I want to pop off without explaining yourself, without, being able to articulate. You're supposed to be a businesswoman. You got a business. You selling hair. You can't be fashionable. You can't be, sassy and sweet and be like, child, don't worry about it. It'll be all right. Things happen. Have you ever had a girlfriend that, things went left? And yes, I believe what Martell said. I know he's alive too. I just been confused and things of that nature. And I'm just struggling because I'm watching everything fall apart. And sometimes people, I don't want to hurt. I have hurt. There's a lot of different roads that you can take for you to basically build your brand and your character back up. And you have a platform, but you choose to blame everybody else and say everybody's haters, they hating on you, they are part of the male mob and all this other stuff. You can change that around if you want to, but if you still want to be hardcore and act like your shit don't stink, baby, a lot of things is going to continue to fall apart, child. So, you got a whole lot going on with her whole situation. It's just like, she just gotta definitely do better. And I know Mel is sitting there, she getting some tea from Kiki basically, basically saying that she was being blackmailed, by, Marsau, saying Marsau blackmailed her because, of basically telling Mel, I guess it didn't get out to the public. And so he was going to tell people that she was doing pills and she was stealing pills and pills and all this other stuff and things of that nature. So therefore she's saying that Marsau, was holding it over her head and was a black cloud. And, and then she basically just said, okay, here it is. So I guess she done freed herself. So therefore it can't be used against her. I guess, Marsau and Tisha can't use her drug abuse against her, but she's saying that he already hinted when the show was on, and basically when he was telling Mel and Martell they need to hide their pills, hide their medication, and she's basically alluding to he done already flipped the script and told people what he didn't directly say, but he indirectly said it. And if you was sniffing good enough, you wouldn't sniff what he was saying out here. So I was like, okay, child. So in any event, she's basically feeling free, and she let Mel know that, before she was gonna even step foot into her house, she had already been in rehab. So she's saying that she was clean, she was out here stealing, taking money, and she got addicted. And Mel was like, okay, so you was addicted, that's fine that you was addicted, you know what I mean, but you don't need to be a blackmail, like, oh, like, child, what's going on? So you have that whole situation, and Mel was like, you was addicted, you was just having problems, and you was in recovery and things of that nature. And so Mel was just like, yeah, but Mel didn't say, she kind of alluded to it, that it wasn't okay, but not really, because to me, I was like, girl, they was looking out for you. If they never looked out for you, they looked out for you right there in that situation. But do I think Kiki would have stole anything from her? No, but you don't know what a person does and what a person would do when they're under the influence, or if they do slip, or the pressure of being on the show, the pressure of coming through, and knowing that her drug issues can come up and the world's gonna know, and she doesn't want them to know. And plus, she was an English teacher, and things of that nature. People in the community that probably knew her knew, but the new people that are in her life probably didn't know, you know what I mean, about that, unless she was on Instagram telling people. So in any event, they all have gained fans, for beefing. Except for Mel. Mel's just been on the defensive, and sometimes she got to cut her throat when she got to cut her throat. And Mel basically is letting her know about the whole situation that went down over there, and the place where her Martell, was sitting over there, basically sitting already, baby. But Wanda was really trying to come at Mel. Wanda really wanted to fight Mel, child. She really was trying to fight her. Lord have mercy. And, the situation over there didn't have, Mel came at her because this woman been talking about her kids. This ain't the first time this woman's been talking about her kids. And then on top of that, she won't stop. And so I can't see you. Now I get to see you. And yeah, I'm going to get paid for it. So she came there and she let her know that, baby, we ain't on the internet. You ain't on live, cutting off the live, going back on, cussing me out, having hundreds and thousands of people up in your live, this and me. We right here, and you gonna keep my kids' name out your mouth. You gonna keep their first, their last, and their middle name out your mouth, okay? I don't give a damn about this food that you serving. I don't care, because at the point, you're doing too much. And Mel was very nice in that situation, because a lot of people would have been rat-a-tat-tat on the top of that forehead, knocked that wig off, had it on the ground, baby. I would have been on one of them mannequins up in there, up in Destiny's store. So in any event, she was just talking to you. She was upset. And then on top of that, the worst thing in the world is Wanda acting like she don't have no idea what she talking about. She acting like she didn't do nothing wrong. And Wanda's acting like, I wasn't talking about your child. It's like the ignorance is just bliss. And Wanda believes what the hell she's saying. Wanda believes everything that she says. So when you got one of the people that believe everything that they say, and don't even question themselves, don't even question anything. And plus, she wasn't trying to look bad on TV. She been talking all this smack online, talk about, I ain't scared of Mel, I ain't scared of Holt, I ain't scared of anybody. I mean, because her people was building her up, child. People was building up, talk about you this, you that. She got, I got a man and a husband, okay? She was doing all that shit, child. She was doing all that. Lord have mercy. She was out here, driving in the dark, driving at night, rolling through the hood, talking shit about Melody. Do you know how many people was up on her channel, child? Wanda was feeding these YouTube streets. Let's be real. Wanda was feeding these streets. Wanda was out here, giving locations. She was out here doing everything. She was calling everybody out. She was jumping on live, giving all types of exclusive information that, the Holts, not the Holts, the Holts and, the Scotts didn't want. Wanda was feeding the streets for a while. Let's not play that Wanda wasn't out here washing and talking shit about Mel every chance that she got. Boy, when she clicked live, 700, 900, 1,000, 2,000 in her live, child. Before you get out, her live is already on YouTube, okay? Wanda was feeding these streets. Yes, she does. Wanda was out here, so Wanda don't give a damn about none of this shit. She gonna keep acting up. She gonna keep doing what she do. And just like, Maurice said that she's been rewarded. And why would she stop now? Okay. If her job's in jeopardy, maybe. You know what I mean? But she's already talking smack. She's already saying she's gonna do what she's gonna do. Okay. And she's a little bit nervous because she was on Instagram telling everybody to watch the show because right now it's supposed to be a blackout on Love and Marriage Huntsville, where no one's supposed to watch the show because they brung, Marc on the show. And so in any event, Mel was live and then Wanda was live earlier in the day, basically saying, watch the show. I'm going to walk up in here and tell everybody to watch the show. I haven't been talking shit about nobody. You know what I've been doing? I've been at the football game all week long. I ain't had time, but today I got time to tell y'all motherfuckers to get up on there and watch the show. And I'm gonna go tell everybody inside to watch the show. Wanda. So, Wanda's gonna continue to do what she do. She might get reprimanded a little bit, but if her pay goes up, if she gets a boost in pay, okay, any type of reward that she gets, she gonna think that why not? But hopefully, she said that she won't be talking about children. Let's see how long that lasts. Okay, but she believes in. Sometimes I think that she got memory loss or she blocked, what people are saying, and she just, when someone's talking, she just sees, water, going down a hill or something like that, or she see a trash can rolling down a hill when you speaking to her, because it's just like she has like no understanding of anybody else and what they got to say. And if she wasn't popping off and she wasn't trying to fight, because she's the one that wanted to fight, she could have backed back. She could have apologized, and she basically said once they put the fingers in each other's face, and then it was over from that situation. So Wanda said, I ain't gonna never let nobody put no finger in my face, so. And Mel is basically saying, yeah, I'm gonna put my finger in your face. You've been doing too much for too long, child. And Tisha is here all the way for her mother misbehaving, because the only person that Tisha got in her life is her mother, that's actually going to defend her, call her smart, say that she's pretty, say that she's beautiful, and also tell her you need to do better, give her encouragement, give her, word, because it don't seem like, she's not going to accept that from anybody else. And she just accepted from her mother. But one of the biggest things that Tisha has to say about Melody is basically that she tried to destroy my marriage. She tried to do that. But your mother has been trying to destroy your marriage since God knows when. So why don't you have the same energy for your mother that you have for Mel? Mel just said that, I think you want to check up on it. He might be doing something because of Martell, blah, blah, blah. Your mother's sitting here giving you Instagram videos, getting blogs information, giving you pictures, saying that your husband had a picture, in a hotel with a woman. Your husband got some kids out here, and all these things like that is really trying to destroy your marriage and put that in your head. Even if it's true or not true, she's not doing any, but I guess since it's your mother, she can do that. But the person that really is trying to get you away from your husband is your mother. Okay, or at least get you to wake up and smell the coffee, smell what's roasting, so I don't know. But in any event, if you ask me, who is the person that's constantly going after Tisha's marriage on TV? If anything, you would you should have some feelings towards your mother about the way that she's behaving, but you don't, because you agree with the shit that she's saying. You agree with what she's doing. And then on top of that, you like that she defends you, and you like that she calls out your husband, because people on social media be calling out your husband and giving information out there in these streets. And you like when your mother defends you, because you don't want to say nothing, because he's going to get mad if you try to defend yourself, and if you try to speak up for yourself and basically say that you wasting time and you should do better, you shouldn't act like the others. But when your husband want to act up and wild out and go against somebody and do what he want to do, he do it. You know what I mean? So it's just a whole situation going on. And now I'm just like, Lord, it's a whole mess. And so she agrees with what her mother's doing. So you can tell that she don't give a damn like that. She definitely don't. So, you got one of them whole situations going on. And then we got Marc. Marc comes through, and the brothers are trying to, tell him like, hey, Maurice, like, you doing too much. You going crazy online and blah, 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 and really, he ain't saying nothing really much. His brother's going to do what he's going to do. And there's no repercussions. There's nothing that they can really do, but basically ask him to stop and saying that he's going too far, or basically remove themselves from the problem and the things that he is going to probably cause on the show and be an issue. And basically saying that, okay, we did our part. We introduced him. And, he's already been introduced before, but we introduce him in this way. We have a conversation. We say, we don't want this. We're doing it publicly, blah, blah, blah. And if he continues to go on now, he wants what Wanda got. You know what I mean? He wants what Wanda got in this whole situation. Wanda does Tisha dirty work. Yep. Wanda, boss, AKA Carlo, loves her. He does. Yep. Hey, Major, what's going on? Wanda's gonna continue to do exactly what she wants to do. So in any event, we got the brothers. They out here trying to talk to Marc and say like, calm down, like, you're doing too much. What you doing is affecting us. And he's like saying, at this point, I really don't care. What I'm doing, what I'm addressing, does not have nothing to do with y'all. I'm having my own situation. And then you got Marsau basically saying like, yo, it does have something to do with us. It does have something to do with us, because it's affecting me and my wife, and it's affecting my family, because now it's causing problems where other people is coming into my life and causing problems where there could be an altercation, and I'm asking you to stop. And this is what Marsau is basically saying to his brother. But in any event, he's clearing out his closet. He's on TV basically saying, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I can't hold him back. So that's what he's trying to clear up and make it seem like, when, he's here. So it's just like everyone's saying, my hands is tied. I'm begging you to stop. I'm begging you not to. So, and basically accusing his brother of doing too much and saying that, if somebody throws a match at me, I'm going to burn the whole house down. But, Van did not throw a match. She didn't throw anything close to a match. So the energy that he's giving Van is just basically not the same energy. It shouldn't be matched that way. I'm not saying that he's a liar. I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong, but the way that he's coming at it. So, him and Maurice is basically trying to clear this whole situation up, that he's on his own volition. They're trying to tell him, and he wants to make it clear. And they ask him, so you just post that I dated Van. He was like, no, he was on live with, Maurice's baby's mother, and he said that he was talking to her on live. Somebody recorded, and he basically said he dated Van and he was with her. Somebody reiterated because it got re-uploaded. This is what he's saying, child. Lord, you already know. This is about Monte, and this is about people getting paid, and this is, let me get it while it's still hot. And so, if the show wants him there, what are they going to do? And then at the same time, he has his own contract. He got his own contract, or he's trying to get on the show, so they ain't gonna stop. It's more of the Scotts. It seems like the Scotts got the mother, they got the brother, they got everybody. Come on, people. Is there any more people? The Scotts. So he's saying what he's saying. And then let's look at Maurice. Maurice, he comes through. I don't even know why I don't know who dressed him, but Maurice got on these tight. You can't really see it there clear because he was walking. It just looked like his pants was just so high, and it was like stuck right on his hips. I was like, Lord, your wife must didn't dress you. But even, Marsau is like, he looks nice, but that outfit was really tight. It was very young on him. Okay. Another, it was very young. So in any event, So now they're giving him, so now the platform is open for him to continue. This might be his only, part this season, or he might come back next season, or he might do episodes. So we will just see, how they gonna play this. But he's out here, he got on his military clothes. I guess he's ready for war, child. And then he got on flip-flops, like, you too grown to be wearing flip-flops and a pork baby. You know what I mean? You ain't at the beach, you ain't in the islands, you're not overseas, and you got these, he got the army flip-flops just matching the, fatigue shorts with the green shirt. So you ready for war? You ready to go in? We got the other brother that's dressed like he's going to maybe, play soccer, not soccer, maybe volleyball, maybe going to a country club, maybe get on the boat and fish a little bit. We got the other one, Maurice, he's sitting here like he just left, the courthouse. Like he's working big cases out here, child. And then we got the brothers that's dressed like the OG in the middle with the flip flops. Like, what's going on in this whole picture? This is too much. Like, what's going on in this whole picture, child? And then, does it look like Marsau, shorts are tight as hell? His sneakers look all right. I don't know what name of them sneakers are, but it looks like he has on the Jay-Z blue. So he looks all right. He look like he can go anywhere, but we got to see how long them shorts are. Like, child, how short are them shorts first? He got to get up. And then we got the other brother with the army fatigue, like he just got out of Vietnam and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got out the war talking about, she was talking about me, and I said I did date her, and she wanted to say that we just friends. She said we just friends. And so basically he's saying that I don't treat my friends like that. My friends don't stay at my house. My friends don't do this and that. Like, child, we do not want to hear you talk about having sex with Van. Like, that is not like, oh my God, like something I want to picture or imagine you and her. And just like, she, like, I can't believe that there is at this point, at this age, we see her all day on Instagram and YouTube with the young ones, but come on, look how old these two people is. And he's out here snitching, talk about, shit, go to court with me, sleep over my house, give me plane tickets. He said plane tickets on the show, give him plane tickets and stuff like that. And Marsau was like, child, and Maurice was like, this is like 2022. People get flown out easily. It's not a big deal. And he was bragging about some plane tickets, like he ain't never been on a plane. And why are you getting money from Miss Van, for child support? Allegedly, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But in any event, and you got a lawyer sitting over here, and you got a yacht owner over here that own all these places, and you gonna tell me that you got a pimp out Van? You hustle her out for some money. You was selling that D. You was up for sale, dude. Like, no, like your people don't even look out for you like that. Got you on TV looking sorry, talking about you done had sex with the church lady. The church lady may be a freak. We know all the church ladies know how to they know how to drop it. God done told them how to do it, okay? And some of them he taught them good. It's nothing new. Why are you doing this? What's up, Rashida Libra? How you doing? What's going on? Three Stooges, child. Miss T. My God, I just pictured. I'm telling you, Miss T, like, who wants to hear about this? This is not this guy have van driving from state to state. Like, come on, like, Miss Van, where you going, sister? This is a whole mess. It was like she was driving. Could you imagine her? What was she doing? What was she playing on the car when she was driving? What kind of music did she have on? Was she listening to gospel music, or was she listening to The Temptation? Was she listening to Patti LaBelle? Who was she listening to on her way to drive to go save this man? You gonna tell me his brothers can't save him? Miss Van was doing God's job, I guess. Like, church girl right now. I bet Van was going to see her son and just stopped by to see Marc while she was in town. Okay, Major. And that could be just a point too as well. But they were staying at hotels. But in any of you think this man is really sitting up here lying like this? Like, child, this is just a whole mess. And then, I don't even know how the reputation that when it comes to Marsau when it comes to Maurice, you know, they put out this persona that they this, they that, but I think that persona is gone. But like, do you hear your brothers basically saying, yo, I had her? And it's just like, you couldn't pay him no money not to come on TV. Y'all couldn't get a couple of stacks together for him, and so he can keep his mouth closed. Like, that makes y'all look bad too. That's why Kimmi was telling y'all need to go talk to him. Y'all need to do something. Like, this is just crazy. You got a man talking about somebody that is our grandmother, that he did this and that. Like, yo, this looks bad. Like, this is bad. Like, this makes y'all really look like clowns. You know, this looks so clownish. I just can't. But in any event, they're basically saying that he's doing too much. And I guess there was no other way to, you know, he could be on, he could tell his story or whatever the case is, but you know what it led to, you know, all the things behind it. It's a bad representation, especially if Marsau, you're out here being accused of being, you know, the way that you are with your wife and how you treat her and things of that nature. And then, you know, now you have a brother, an older brother than you know, coming in and basically saying that he has no mercy for a woman. And if a woman say anything to him and she pops off or whatever, he gonna pop right back. That's the type of dude he is. He don't have no grace and he don't have none of this. He don't care who you is. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do all that. Like, so how are you telling us that you was raised? So it's like, you know, a lot of the things that the people are saying about this couple, some of the stuff is like, yo, this is way too much. Like, oh, come on. I know we all have some, but this is just bad on all types of levels. But in any event, he said he don't care. So it almost feel the flames that you're not good to Tisha, and Tisha just really tied down, or her mother got to get on TV and swing for her. Because, like, look at this family. Like, this dude is really sitting out here talking about grandma, you know, Van, and saying blah, blah, blah. She gave me plane tickets. Like, he's 16. And he's talking to his adult brothers. And it's just like, you know, he don't see anything. Like, that's not cool. You know. Like, this is crazy. I think he was trying to look like he's the shit and is mad because Van won't claim him. Child, it looks like that. A female from the bottom down, and those cameo shorts and flip shops. So, you know, that whole situation is bad. He was like, oh, well, she said something, you know, at the reunion. Basically, she's trying to keep it cute. She's not trying to kiss and tell if there was anything involved in the situation. So, you know what I mean? He says that he did something. She says no. But people got these backup stories, like where, you know, he told her that his mother told, you know, her that he was going to be with a lady with the name that starts with V or whatever, you know. So I was just like, So that's a whole situation. Like, what are they doing over there? But you already know, family members can jump in on the show. So she's on the show, and now, you know, she's sticking up for her daughter. So it's just like, now this is all coming out. And he's basically saying that he kept his mouth closed for 2 years. He said he didn't say anything. He didn't do this and he didn't do that. But now he's out to defend his character. And then on top of that, he sent emails. He gave them ample amount of time to basically respond and tell them this and that. So now we're hearing about him threatening her behind the scenes. So that's what we get. And is this man telling us that he's threatened her behind the scenes? Like, you know, I gave her all these opportunities to do right, you know, and tell the truth. And now that she ain't, I'm here. So, you know, I guess whoever was giving him money is stopped. Or, you know, he wants revenge. This is just crazy. I wonder what's his reputation like with the ladies in his community. I was just, and he's hurt. Like what is going on? Like, this is just too much. He said he didn't say nothing for 2 whole years. Okay, how do everybody know the story? So, that's a whole mess. And then we get down to the situation where we have Destiny. She comes through. She looks nice, and this green, but in the front she is open, and she still had a pocketbook hiding in her stomach or whatever. But now she's meeting up with Tisha, and they having this good old law conversation. Basically, the conversation is talking about what went down over there, and basically Tisha's feeling good that Destiny did something against Mel, basically, saying, oh, I wish I had security to escort you out the way that, you did Tisha. So, they're in the feelings for this situation. So, and they sound happy. Like Tisha sounds happy. Tisha don't sound like she felt any type of way. Tisha don't sound like she feels sorry about the situation. Tisha is basically over here happy, that all that went down, and basically, it happened. And Tisha wants to prove this point that Mel is not a good person. She wants to throw in that she keeps wanting to talk about her infidelity and the baby not being Martell, and throwing that up, oh, my mother said that because Martell said this, and blah blah blah. Like, when she was able to just throw that out there, when it was going back and forth, she was just in her glory. Okay. Because basically it's like, oh, you said my marriage was bad, but your marriage was even worse because you was cheating too, and blah blah blah. Like, so she can just say, I'm better than you. See, I'm a better wife, blah blah blah. Like, cause she be thinking crazy, but her problem should be what what her problem should be. So, she's happy that they're in their glory right now, having this conversation. And she's like, what did you learn from this, Destiny? Well, I know people know where the place is at now. They know they know the location. I was like, Destiny, yes, they do know the location. Did bring you some advertisement. Did bring some, he's probably gonna bring some different people around. And then we get Destiny. She's talking about when she goes to see her boyfriend wherever he lives at. I think she was recently on live with the guy that she's dating. I think his name is Mo. She said that he wants her to, cook something or whatever. I was like, girl, she was like, I can't cook. I can't cook at all because I'm a businesswoman. I'm a owner. I'm a mother. And when I go there, I just want to rest. I just want to relax. I don't want to cook. And then how am I supposed to know what he got in his refrigerator? And I can burn. I was like, child, she don't even want to cook, y'all. Destiny don't want to cook. Destiny saying like, I don't cook on the weekends. Like, damn, Destiny. Girl, you could bring a meal with you and cook for him. You know what I'm saying? Or he's already complaining. He probably don't got money like that to, take you on a little mini vacation for the weekend or have somebody do all these wonderful things. He's probably just, going through what he's going through because, he should know that that's your time to rest. It's just like she's always so mad. Like, oh, don't understand. The man wants you to cook him a food to see if you can cook. Like, damn, you come into my house. Can I get some food? Can I eat? Like, who don't want to cook for their dude? Like, for real. Like, especially if you know how to cook and you're a good cook and you want them to taste your food and let you know, like, yes, okay, listen, I know how to cook. I could do it all. You know what I mean? But just it could be something small, something nice. You don't even want to do that shit. Like, girl. And then you got people saying your shop is not open. So if you ain't working, you can't cook the man a meal. Like, what's going on in this situation? What y'all talking about? Boyfriend in the phone stuff like, well, we seen him. He was on Instagram, but she was in person with, I think it was him. I didn't have, I was somewhere else, but she was online with him, and I think she kissed him. So that's why on the lips. So that's why I think, she deleted the video, but, so I guess he's still with her, but I was like, girl, she's already complaining. She coming up to the table just tired. Like, girl, take some vitamins. Shit. Like, come on. You need some vitamin. Can we get you some coffee? Like, what's going on? I'm just like, So in any event, they're having that conversation. I must say that they both look nice. I even like Destiny's wig. I like her hair. It's very simple. It's it's that old school style that we was wearing back in like, 2004, 2005, 2006, the part in the front and down with the curly hair with the brownish and the red, usually sewed in or whatever the case may be. She went back to the old school wig, you know what I mean? The wig on tangle, child. But we'll move on to what's her name, Tisha. And Tisha's basically her hair, whatever she got going on looks good. Her pieces that she got added in, her makeup, she was flossing in this at this particular point. She was dressed, she looked nice, she looked pretty. She was there because she's happy. All this shit went down. She got to point fingers, she got to repeat rumors about Mel, she got to do all that. You know what I mean? And then so she's happy about all this shit, like. And then she could sit and joke with somebody about it. So now she's joking with Destiny. Like, it's always, it's always, something going on in that situation. It just be like, girl, what you doing now? And, so she's like, yeah, the police was called and everything. So she's letting us know that the police came. Somebody called the police. Somebody called the popos. And so, it's just one of them whole situations. So she's just basically saying, yeah, that person messed up and they started. And first of all, Storm wasn't even invited. Mel wasn't even invited. And, like, what are you saying, child? When then she corrects herself and says, hey, listen, it was for the public, but at least Stormy came correct. And yes, I did check Stormy. I did tell her that she was trying to buy me. If you really want, to be friends with me or be cool, let's do business. Let me get some products. She's still begging for this girl products, child. And she ain't she ain't too proud to beg for something, okay? So Destiny's still begging for her products. Like, so why did she buy? And Tisha's like, why did she buy you a bag so expensive? Like, Tisha, why do you care if she brought her a bag so expensive? You was the first one praising, oh, the bag is so good. Your husband was like, she did it Gucci. She wanted her to be Gucci, and all this other stuff. And I was like, why she do that? It was so expensive. Like, Tisha, what are you talking about? I'm like, Lord have mercy. So I don't even know, but she was happy to, just really have a conversation with someone that does have a problem with Mel, where she can just openly say it. She don't have to act like, oh, I want to make things right or better, because when it comes to Destiny is not having a forgiving heart right now. Okay. And Tisha, she had to, call out, well, did she call you and apologize? Did anybody call you and apologize? Well, Martell did, but she hasn't. And I don't think she ever will. Like, what? They just sitting over there having tea talking about Mel. Like, Lord have mercy. I know. Tisha was like, it was about the other episode. She was giving her like, oh my God, how are you going to be upset with Gucci? That's Gucci. Why would you be mad? Remember, she was saying this in the shop. So like, I don't know what's going on with these two. She was saying like, that's Gucci. Like, I would get over it real quick if it was me and you give me Gucci. Now she was like, why she buy you something so expensive? This is why Marsau don't be listening to you. Hey Sims, what's going on? How you doing? She sounds jealous, Miss T. Lord have mercy. Hey, what's up, Taylor? What's going on? How you doing? Destiny. I can't with you. So in any event, so we have them having this whole conversation, and they made sure they mentioned police, and Tisha made sure that she was like, and then about what Destiny said to Mel as she was leaving. And Destiny was like, yeah, she said, I was trying to create a moment. What she mean? This is my moment. Why wouldn't it not be my moment? It's my store. It's my event. If I wanted it to be a moment, it could be a moment. She didn't make no sense. Like, child, like she said, it is my moment. Like, but you didn't enjoy your moment. And you didn't really get off on your moment. You just look like a hater because she said, hello to you. Destiny. But in any event, it was your store. The shit did go down. The best episode of the season was, all this shit happening because you had your stank face on and you was ready to go in. You was uninviting, telling people, no, don't come in. And, we got the boys out here running, the parking lots. Like, yeah, okay. So we understand where, Marc comes from. Like, so yeah, you did. I don't know if you're coming back next season, but in any event, she she's on, she just is basically like, if you're an airhead, what's in that big head, let's take some air out of your head. And basically, realizing that she did have a moment and she did create a moment, but at the same time, she didn't even know that she was creating a moment or had a moment, and it was just like, she was confused about it, but then she had to go and contemplate and think about it. It's like, I did have a moment. It was my moment. Yes, it was. That's right. So, she got the A-okay. She got the pat on the back from somebody, and then she couldn't wait to get on camera, sit right next to Tisha, and we like, yep, that wasn't her moment. That was your moment. Like, what is going on? So, they have this whole conversation. So, we shall see. And, they talk about Stormy basically, wanting to bring all the girls together. And when it comes to Destiny, she's feeling like, Stormy, if you want to bring Mel, that's going to be an issue. And Tisha basically feels like, okay, well, Destiny, you can talk all this mess that you are talking, but I still, my opinion that you need to, sit down and have a conversation with Mel. Like, you guys need to be civil to each other. So, now, Tisha is pushing for that right now. That's what Tisha wants right now. That's what she's pushing for. So we shall see. It's just going to be nothing but mess, nothing but mess, nothing but mess. But right now, when it comes to Tisha, it just looks like she feels like she got some type of revenge, with the whole situation, having her husband have her back, having her mother wild out, and basically showing to her, I think she wanted to show that she wasn't scared and she's going to be there. She's going to protect her mother. She got her mother's back, and whatever her mothers do, she's going to follow her, and my husband better follow me too, because she's not really apologetic about that situation, because, she didn't go into the store to try to calm her mother down. She didn't, her mother ran around. She was too busy yelling in her husband's ear and telling him what Martell and what, Melody did to her mother, and getting him all excited, pushing him over, to basically go at Martell. Then a mama come running up around the whole situation. So right now she had everybody swing. What she know is swinging. Somebody's swinging for me. I ain't swinging. Somebody's swinging. Something's happening. And it just looks like, I think she has that moment where I believe that maybe she feels that she got revenge on Mel, and just put everything that was already out there, just put it out there again, and she wanted to say it, in my opinion. So she should be cool right now. She should relax in this whole situation. We got Kimmi, going to, Tisha's daughter's birthday party. And, it was nice to see that when it comes to Tisha's, mother, Wanda, that the grandkids, when they saw Wanda, they ran to Wanda and they hugged her and everything. So, it's good to see that she is close to her grandkids and things of that nature. Watching her talk about other people's kids, sometimes you be thinking like, yo, y'all must don't even like kids. But you see her grandkids, running up to her, and, they basically wanted, that's my grandma, like there's a relationship, like she spent time with her kids. So only way is what Bambi is kind of doing, if, because she's been threatened, not to be able to see the children. That was one of the, stipulations in the meeting, that, she needs to chill out online. She's doing too much online. She needs to fall back. And Marsau is basically saying one of the punishment could be she can't come around us, she can't come around our children because it affects us, so we'll see how that whole situation pans out, if there's going to be anything that looks like they're playing fair. So, and Wanda is swinging for her daughter, and she's gonna stay swinging because she believes her daughter got enemies on the show, which you helped create. And then on top of that, but the way that she's acting towards Tisha and her husband, she's acting like, he's a problem, he's an enemy. And she don't really like him like that, or whatever the case is. But he was there to make sure that, you was running up and trying to swing on, Mel, and everything could have just popped off and you could have got hurt, lady. Talking all that mess, break a hip, break a bone, break a leg, being therapy and being recovery. That's a hard type of, get back and try to build your bones and make them strong. So, I just believe that she believes everybody surrounded around Tisha really don't have her back. She barely likes Kimmi. She just started liking Kimmi a little bit. She, basically she don't like her husband. She don't like her daughter's husband. And then, Marsau had to throw it in our face and let us know that Tisha left the cake in the car. She didn't leave the car on and whatever. And the cake is kind of like melting and falling apart. That's one thing to remember. So basically he's pointing out something against her once again. Okay. So you have that whole situation. And so they bring, Wanda to a side and try to talk to her like, girl, you're doing too much. You going all the way. You saying this, you saying that. And she's basically saying, well, I'm defending myself. And, I didn't say nothing about no baby. I just said that last baby. I just said the baby daddy, your baby daddy. And then they got another word in, you go find your baby daddy with baby mentioned. And so they're telling her there's some regulations that you can't be talking about kids. Kids are off limits, point blank, period. And you can't be doing this. And this is wrong. You're going all the way in. You had a video calling her a whore, this and that, and all this other stuff going on. You got to fall back. We're not going to address one another on social media. Kids are off limits. She was like, what you want me to do? Apologize? I was like, whoa. And it was like, no, we ain't saying that you got to apologize. We ain't saying that you got to apologize, but, you just need to stop. And she was like, well, I'm defending my daughter. How she talks. You already know the whole situation with that, So it's... they trying to tell her, but when it comes to Tisha also defends her mother and basically really doesn't think that she's doing anything wrong. She's basically saying it's tit for tat, and it's not tit for tat. Wanda was been out here in these streets coming for Mel for a long time, and she's been going off and doing all types of stuff. And she's talking about kids. You don't even see Mel doing any of that. And so for Tisha to keep saying that it's tit for tat, your mother is starting the tit for tat. And she confronted her in person, because how else was she going to confront her? You know what I mean? To tell her to stop, point blank, period. So, Wanda said, well, she won't talk about kids, or she gonna try, but she said she ain't gonna change herself, and that people probably won't like her if she does. People be thinking that she fake, because if she change it, don't say nothing. And, Marsau jumped in and said, girl, you try to revive that dead truck of yours. I was like, Lord have mercy. Why did Marsau say her food truck is dead? You need to try to revive that. You need to talk about other things, talk about something else. And I understand that shit don't make me money. My people need me to be real. When the old folks say my people need me to be real, you already know it's over. Yes, she told the whole story again. Yes. So I'm thinking that, when it comes to, Tisha, she's getting a lot of revenge back, because all this is just bad. And she knows that it bothers Mel. She knows that it bothers, this and that. She keeps repeating it. They've been repeating it for the last 3 episodes. or the last 2. But multiple times in the episode. So, Tisha really don't want her mother to stop like that. She probably just want her not to talk about the kids, because that right there is stopping the situation. So, but Wanda basically feels like she ain't going nowhere, okay? And she ain't gonna change, but she ain't gonna talk about the kids. She can't do this. She gonna think about it, but they come for me. Nobody putting their finger in my face. It's just a whole lot. And he's trying to explain to her that you're putting your daughter in a situation where I got to get involved in, because if somebody comes at her, touch her, then I got to do what I got to do. And, I can't leave her out there. And she was like, whatever. Wanda said, you supposed to protect me. You supposed to protect me. And so Wanda was like, yeah, whatever. She got her army fatigue on. So we got Marc with his army fatigue on. What are they, warriors? What are they, troopers? What are they, part of the squad? You know, what's going on? You know, she got lime green, you know, army fatigue on, and Marc had on army fatigue. Like, so what's going on? Is, you know, what's happening? So you already know it's just, you know, one of them situations. Wanda says she gonna try. At least they got a little bit out of her. You know, she wasn't trying to give them all that. And Wanda was like, that's who I am. I can't do that. I ain't gonna let nobody put no finger in my face. And basically she said, if you want to pop off, I'll pop off too. She says, I blow like paper. I was like, Lord have mercy. She said, I'm gonna blow like paper. She gonna fly in the air like paper, child. She said, where'd she get that from? I was like, Lord. Wanda said she gonna fly in the air like paper. Oh yes, Sims, that is, you know, Sims, that is right. So she was like, Mel said I need hooked on fun. You think I want to hear that? I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on in this situation? Like, Wanda, what's happening? And, you know, Tisha's just sitting there, you know, humbly, because she already know, Mama, we on ready. You know, we on ready. You got to do this real quick. We're not telling you got to apologize. Wanda was like, I don't want to apologize. But you want me to apologize? First you wanted, didn't want to do. Oh, do I need to apologize? Now, at that moment, she was like, so what y'all want me to apologize? She looked like she was serious. It looked like, you know, an individual popped up about business, like, yo, so this is for the cameras? Keep my job? I know it's a whole mess. And then, you know, Marcel said that you love me. You know, we got love, you know, because basically, you know, I understand they talk stuff, I talk stuff, but, you know, I just want to be playing. I don't be cussing people out like that. You know, I cuss at everybody, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, it's love. And she was like, I ain't got no love for you. I'm telling you, I don't got no love for you. And he touched her and she was like, get off me, child. She said, get off me, baby. I'm telling you, I really don't like you. So, hey, Ann, what's going on? What's going on, Norris, Tony? How you doing? Teacher did. He still got involved. Yes, facts all day. Wanda's doing it for the food truck, child. Yeah, Wanda was ready to apologize. You know, she was looking at them like, for real, you know, when a kid be joking with you and they realize the moment that you're serious and they look at you like, do I got to? And it's just eye contact. And she was looking at the camera like, what's going on? Well, and she was like, I don't know if I really like him. And then he picks her up. Lord, he picks her up. And she said, get away from me. Get them big titties away from me. She said, get them big titties away from me. I don't want to smell your chest hair. It stinks. But, you know, she was joking. I don't think he smells bad. So he lifted her up. He picked her up in the air. Yep. You know, the Scots are trying to bring it. They got Wanda out here acting the fool on TV and online. Now you got Marc acting the fool online, you know, on the app and then on TV. So they're letting the producers know and everybody else that they're ready for it. And Wanda, I don't know what Wanda's gonna be Wanda. But hopefully she just understands, like, just leave the kids alone. That's one thing. And that's what they're trying to tell her, that she goes way below with what she says. She goes below the belt. She say things that she shouldn't be saying. And, you know, it's just, sometimes she get it, sometimes she don't. It looked like for a moment she got it. And it looks like she's concerned because she's telling people to watch the show because she heard that there was a blackout. So she got to be concerned about the situation a little bit. Like, for real, like she ain't that, you know, lost in the sauce, baby. She said, don't touch me. She said, "Don't touch me, child. Don't touch me. I don't want. I don't want. I don't want." And they better leave Van. They better leave Van alone. Like, Lord have mercy. Wanda got an army fatigues. He got an army fatigues, and they coming for somebody's mother. Like, Lord have mercy. This is a mess. And they're trying to play it off and be innocent, like we're doing everything that we can. But basically, they put in, their family on TV that's basically just out here right now. I guess it's not causing any financial problems, but it just don't look good. Like, I don't know how they don't think that this looks good. Mm-mm-mm. Could you imagine someone getting on TV talking about your grandmother, talking about your mother? It's a whole mess. Oh, no one said that Mel had pain medication. What I said was, if you have anything in your house and that person actually takes something, it could be anything, because if they are actually addicted to something, they'll take anything and they can have like cardiac arrest. They can have any type of problems or anything of that nature. And Marsau basically said as a joke to the rest of the cast, lock up your med cabinet. You know what I mean? They're just saying, if there is something, lock it up, or anything could possibly happen, because people right now today are overdosing like it is nobody's business out here. Kiki came back on this episode. Yes, she did. Mel Mama, I know. So in any event, if you guys want to call in, let me know what you think about the episode. What do you think about, Marc, appearance on the show, and basically want to call out the church lady and say that they was in a relationship. Like, Lord. And also, Tisha, do you think Tisha feels rewarded in this, altercation? Because it doesn't seem like this altercation and anything with her mother or at Destiny's event even bother her. Like, yo, she just seemed like she's just mad cool with the situation. It's whatever. I want to show them I don't play. She was a mess in that parking lot scene. She was right behind her husband, screaming in his ear, trying to hyping him up. Mama in the store getting hyped up. Like, come on. She was a part of the problem as well. But you talking about somebody kids day in and day out and putting a lot in a small town. Mm-mm-mm. So if anybody want to jump on the stream, let me know. I'm gonna put the StreamYard key in the chat. So in any event, that's the situation, y'all. So, and the number is going to be on the screen. So we're going to see if, we got this dude, Marc, is he going to keep it up? Is he going to come back and continue, what does he want? Does he want Van to, say that she had a relationship with him, or she had something going on with him? Like, what? So now that's his job, to be on the show saying, oh yes, she, I need an apology. Like, come on, like, that's crazy. That is totally crazy. That's harassment. The dude was out here talking about he gave her opportunities and chances to take it back and tell the truth, and respond. And I sent emails. So you telling us you threatening? Like, what's going on? Like, this is, way too much happening. But in any event, the phone lines is open if you want to call in. And also, the StreamYard key is in the chat if you guys want to jump on live stream. And what's up to Twitter? What's going on? Twitter, what's going on? Twitch is in the building. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. So we're going to see what's going to happen next, child. It's going to be a whole lot going on. Girl, Sims, that's the word that they was doing, the spanky leg, and she denies any of that. She was basically helping a post soul out to get his life together and to get back on his feet and help him the way through God. Okay. I want to see Wanda's husband. That's who I want to see. I want to see Wanda's husband, Lady B, the Scott boy pick on single women only. The Scott boys pick on them single women only on the show, child. Yes. Lady B. I know. Yeah, you already know the whole situation is just, it's out there. So he's sitting there and he's telling the business, like, Lord, like, I hate when somebody wants you to make, I don't want to tell people. I want to keep it on a low. I don't want people to know my business. Like, oh my God. Like, there's some ladies, there's some people that like, not for people to know who they slept with, who they didn't sleep with. Like, they still try to keep that a mystery and keep it, under closed lock and key. I know we see a lot of people expose all day long and just basically say, I had sex with him on the first day. I was like, Jada and little baby, she said the first night, yes, she knew there was money involved and there was a baby on the line. That some people, she's old school, so she's the old school that's still old school, that you don't let nobody know who you sleeping with. Yeah, you see me with you, but we ain't sleeping together, you know what I mean? Especially if there's some questionable things and you not married, and people might say this because of age or blah blah blah, who you connected to. I just want to be on the low. I want to smile and grin, and basically people in the neighborhood don't know my business because everybody's nosy. Okay. But he's out here saying, you better claim me. Claim you, child. This is embarrassing. I was just tricking on you for a little bit and just doing something nice to you because it was simple little things that everybody should be afforded to have. This is embarrassing. Yes, I get my freak on. I don't even know. I am glad Kiki kept it real with her situation. Yeah, that was good that she, it took a long time for her to say it, but I guess she was basically saying, I'm going to spill my tea before somebody else spill my tea. That she's saying she was being blackmailed. So therefore, she's, just coming out here. Hey, listen, it's a story to tell. I want to be on the show. So it's one of them situations. But for her to tell her story, that was good, and for her to tell people, because there was all types of imaginary stories, bed bugs, stealing, I guess, so she came out and she just basically said it. But yeah, shit happens, but she looks clean. I don't know what clean looks. Let me just not say that. But, and she's beefing with her cousin. So then they've been beefing forever. And then, hopefully none of this pushes her over the edge of wanting or, going back or fear of being exposed and things of that nature. But she said tonight that she has her sobriety and she's going to help a lot of women and things of that nature. I hope that does, come to fruition for her. But, she's here. The door's open. The opportunity is here. So, but we'll see what happens. She released that information, and it's like, she got to keep a story. She need a story, something interesting, something that people don't know. And maybe the next step is telling that story and how her family is involved in that story of, getting sobriety and things of that nature. That could be interesting. And I don't know if she's going to say that she wasn't supported by, her family members, but we shall see. But she came out, she said what she had to say. It seemed like she had enough time to say whenever she wanted to say it, but she didn't speak up on it. And now she does. Now she has the courage to speak up on it, or basically she was saving her tea, and and people respect her, and they didn't basically say it on the show, but gave leeway to it when Marcel said, lock up your lock up your meds, lock your medicine cabinet up. So in any event, that's basically what went down. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed night. Thanks for coming through. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated, y'all. And peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. And thank you for spending some time with me tonight. Much love. Peace.